I'm going to talk about the difference between an anal agent and a reasonable agent. So lock in. If you're the reasonable agent, you're going to really like this. If you're the anal one, not so much. Anywho, let's get into it. So as I mentioned in the last video, I usually have around 10 pending a month. That's me personally. That's not my team. That's me personally. Right now I have 10 pending. So that means I have 10 different agents on the other side, right? You guys have the total power to control the direction of the relationship and the direction of the transaction. Let me unpack it. I'll use somebody as an example. I'm not going to tell any of you nosy people that are local who it is, because y'all are very nosy. And you're FBI agents, and I don't want to upset anybody. So this is just informational purposes only. So I'm under contract with someone, and that agent needed to have the last word, and you could tell. So I'm not going to give gender here, they countered just to counter. Bullshit. And it was like, what are you doing? Why are you even countering that? That makes no sense. Why are you countering? Anyway, so we were like, no. Meaning they countered possession to be like 4 days earlier because they just didn't think that that was a good enough closing date. There wasn't a reason. Like, the parties didn't care when the closing date was. The agent was just like, we want to close 4 days sooner just because I want to have the last word. And I was like, no. And guess what? We're closing when I want to. The other thing is they wanted the attorney's office to hold the earnest money. No, we don't do that here. Not on my watch, sir or ma'am. We don't do that. Attorneys don't hold earnest money, and not in Tennessee, not at my brokerage. Why? Because, fun fact, attorneys can't arbitrate. So if there's an issue with earnest money, or as it's called, trust money, you cannot have an attorney arbitrate. They can't. It's not legally allowed. So broker owners, the principal broker of your brokerage is the only one that can arbitrate or negotiate or discuss earnest money disputes. So no. So basically said no to the counter because there were two bullshit things. And every time there was a communication, there was a text, call, and email with confirmation asked of all three. Please confirm you got this text. Please confirm you got this email. Please confirm you saw my missed call. No. And it's been a nightmare of a deal. Not because of their client, and not because of my client, and not because of me, but because of them. And their need to control, and their need to be awesome or whatever. And I'm like, anyway. Then we have another deal where the agent does not know what they're doing. 1,000,000% does not know. Does not understand what a first right of refusal is. Does not understand that a contract's contingent on the closing. They think the contract's contingent on a contract. And they're standing on business and they don't know what they're talking about. So we're like, they're just a baby. And so we're helping them because we care about our client. And our attitude is, they don't know. They don't know. We're going to help them. And that's what we're doing because we do what we can for our client. And then, when I just got under contract, easy peasy, breezy, lemon squeezy, because this agent's been around as long as I have, or maybe even longer, and was like, do you want to do this now, or do you want to do an amendment? I was like, amendment? Okay, cool. Do you know that we're going to do this, and do you think this is going to be a problem? Nope. Cool. All right. Lemon peasy, lemon squeezy, whatever it's called. We're under contract. All the docs have been sent. They are where they need to be. Everybody's where they're supposed to be. Nobody's drama. Nobody needs to have the last word. We're all working together because it's a win-win for everybody, and that's the way real estate should be, guys. Win-win for all parties. Nobody needs to put their ego in the business. Nobody needs to be emotional. We shouldn't be emotional. We are the rational ones. And if your client's not being an asshole, you don't be.